We are here to learn a little bit about how to improve one's ability to communicate. So my name is Vernon, and I'll be sharing with you how to achieve some breakthrough tips on public speaking and communication. Now, it is very common that everybody out there rush around to pick up skills on how to effectively communicate more. But what a lot of people don't realize, and a lot of things that they have experienced actually show them that communication is a little bit more than what we call delivery skills. So let me just have everybody understand. To achieve effective communication, you need to be able to deliver effective messages. So just understand communication has a few components. Just for the purpose of today's discussion, today's talk, let's understand the different parts of communication. So the communication makes up of three main parts fundamentally. It is about the message. You must have a message, something that you want to talk about, something that you want to share. This is the content, as we call it. And of course, we select the medium. Do you want to do it via a story? Do you want to do it via a platform? Or do you want to tell it via even email or a newsletter? And of course, finally, the delivery, the actual way of getting the message through the medium across to the individual that is perceiving the piece of information. So out there, when you are excited and want to improve your communication skills, or when others talk to you and others share with you, they tell you, oh, public speaking is such an important skill, you must get good at public speaking. Yes, you do need to get good at public speaking, but what they are talking about and what most people are understanding is their focus on delivery. That means the actual manner in which you deliver your message, your body language, your tonality, your speed, your voice, etc. is delivery. But what I want to impress upon you and I want to share with you is that although it is important that your delivery is crystal sharp and well practiced, there is a certain amount of importance that you should also place on having an effective message. So today I want to share with you a little bit on how do you arrive at a good message. Because content, as what they say in today's marketing world, content is king. Okay, so let's get on to it. One of the challenges that many people face when they want dare to give a public speaking talk, or even just when they're drafting their script or drafting their speeches, is that they are wondering, I have nothing to talk about. They don't know what to say. They basically lack content, right? So at this point of time, just imagine I give you a perfect piece of script, well written out, all the words are there, and I pass it to you, and you do an amazing job with the right vocabulary, right tonality, and so on. That's great because you have the piece of paper. But how do you come up with your own message? Now let's look at this. If you are thinking about how to create a good message and a good medium, a good message through a good medium, what you can consider is think about your passion. If you want to come up with content, a good way to start is start by thinking about your passion. What is it that you're passionate about? Then you must be thinking, oh, passion. What really does passion mean? So to put it very simply and for you to understand, passion is something that you are willing to suffer for, basically. If you're willing to suffer for it, that's probably your passion. Many people understand passion as something that you are excited about and you want to do. That's not really what passion is. Passion is something you are actually willing to suffer for. For example, if your passion is to start a charity, or a passion is to help kids in Africa, or help kids, unprivileged children here in Singapore, yeah, that's your passion. If you get not paid, if you don't get paid by doing it, nobody recognizes you for it, are you still willing to do it? If the answer is yes, that is your passion. So discover your passion by determining what you are willing to suffer for. So once you have discovered what is your passion and what you're willing to suffer for, that will probably be your main topic and your main content. Then you move on to story. That's to say, craft a story around your passion. It can be various things, how you actually, a good situation that happened that you actually sacrifice for it and you see great things being done, etc. There are many angles around the story. But what you can really consider, if you can't think of any story, what I would suggest, a real hack and a shortcut to getting a good story, is think about how you discover this passion. How did you discover that you like this thing? So if I am very passionate about cooking, for example, I love cooking, I will cook even though I don't get paid for it. I will cook and refine. When I'm interested, I go and study and so on. That's passion, right? So how did I discover that I like cooking? Very simple. Let's say when I was in secondary school, I had the opportunity to go between design and technology and mechanical class, or go to learn cooking. There was no more slots left in design and technology, and I got no choice. My teacher sent me to learn cooking. You know, my whole class laughed at me. I was a huge joke, and by I went there, I learned to love it. I tried it, I tasted my creation, I became real passionate about cooking. That was where I first encountered cooking, and today I'm a very passionate chef, I'm doing very well, etc. etc. So this is how you can actually talk about find a good story, is how you discovered your suffering that you wouldn't mind suffering for. Then finally, we learn to tell a story through effective delivery. You learn to create an impact in other people. That means you tell your story with your passion, with your drive, and you learn the delivery skills you necessarily need to, and you create an impact. And that's when you create impact on other people. And other people take your message and they run with it. And your message, your medium, your message through your medium, in your story format, reaches and become their passion. And that's how you pass your passion on to the other person, creating this loop where you can actually create more and more energy, more and more passion. So, tip on communication. It is important to have message. It is important to have the right medium, the right format. It is also important to deliver it effectively. But what one big hindsight is people forget about how to craft a good message. So, if you want to find a real hack to craft a good message, find a passion. What is a passion? Something that you're willing to suffer for. Write a story around it. Configure a story. Discover how you first discovered it. That you have that this is your passion. And of course, learn the delivery skills to create an impact. And you will become an effective communicator. Thank you.